to deal with this issue of regulating alcohol. The leader of majority, Kimani Ichung'wah, has said he is ready and waiting. So the way forward, let the PS Interior coordinate some reps from NACADA, from the National Police Service, from the DCI, from the county governments, from all the stakeholders to form a small team and come up with the interventions in terms of what the County Commissioner in Darua is saying, that vehicles that have been impounded, transporting illicit drugs and others are confiscated to the state, and there are many ideas, so that we have a team from the police, from the DCI, from health, from everybody. We'll ask Remo Domoro to assist us to put up that team. They get the raw bit and then hand it over to the leader of majority. We will fast track it as a government bill, ndio isonge kama risasi. We get a law that will deal with all these things, so that even the liquor licensing courts that were there, we reinstate them. We involve the GAO and the police and the county governments in licensing. We agree how many bars you can license within a certain radius, within a certain population. I think that will help. And we also introduce stiff deterrent penalties in terms of imprisonment, in terms of fines. Is that one we have agreed? So let's make progress. Number two, the governors have also accepted that since they took over this function, that is where the rain began to beat us. And our governors from Central Kenya region, much as you are autonomous, we beseech you and plead with you on behalf of our people to agree the way Governor Kahiga has suggested. We have a committee co-chaired by the governor and the county commissioner, first and foremost, to review the licenses for bar and restaurants. We review them together and jointly and agree on all the other modalities within that framework, so that we work for the same people, the county government and the national government. And you are aware, of course, the policy shift after President William Ruto was sworn in on the relationship between the national government and the county governments is clear. We work together. I chair, I coordinate intergovernmental relations. And the national government and the county governments have the best relationship ever, because we are in agreement. We serve the same people. The previous administration had incited national government officials that the county governments are their enemies. They are not. We have given clear direction to our county commissioners and everybody in the national government that the county governments are governments. The governors are elected by the people, and we must work together. So within that framework, let us urgently by next week have the governor and the county commissioner co-chair a committee to look at the whole thing in terms of licensing, in terms of everything to do with this arrangement, so that we can make some progress. I agree that the issues of alcohol are complex. KEBS have said there are 42 manufacturers. So KEBS, we want you to provide that list by Monday to the PS Interior to share with the IG, so that we map those 42 establishments and their venues, so that we can crack down on the rest immediately. So utafanya hiyo? Yeah, so let us agree. Since they are licensed establishments, pending other considerations, we hold on kidogo, but once the IG receives the list of the licensed establishments by Monday and circulate to the commanders, we crack down on all the unlicensed establishments, which are in hundreds. And we do it efficiently. So that one will be able to make progress. In matters ethanol, in matters second generation products, a decision will have to be made. This is a matter we shall take to the National Security Council to decide on the wisdom or lack of it, of having these second generation products in this country. Is a decision that has to be made. We'll take to the National Security Council the issue of ethanol, and we'll ask KRI to tell us what are the gains, what are the pros, and what are the cons. Because it's ethanol that is having a problem, that is a decision that will have to be made. But in the meantime, this ethanol from across the country by the illegal traders, again, let the PS Interior have the list of the licensed ethanols so that we can deal with the illicit ones. And we want IG, you are instructed immediately to look at the command at the border point in Namanga and in Busia. Can you deploy officers of integrity, of the proper rank, to stop those illicit ethanol products coming into this republic? And that is doable. Again, the rehabilitation centers, the two approaches of having centers like the one in Nyeri is a good one. Let the other 4 counties consider. Again, also consider what Governor Wabarua has suggested, that you can map what CS Susan has said, and we'll want to thank you. Let the community health volunteers map for us the alcoholics. It is good for our planning, so that the way Governor Kangata has suggested, governors can consider the known cases, whether you can give them cover for NHIF and facilitate them to proceed for treatment. I think it's a good idea by Governor Kangata, but at the same time, I think it is also good to have a rehabilitation center in every county so that they go together. So I think that is something that can make a bit of progress. There were statistics that were given here by NACADA. In NACADA, I think the RC and the commanders you share on the rivers, on the dens, where brewing is going on. That one, there's no complication. You don't need KRA, you don't need NACADA, you don't need governors. That is our GAO officers and the OCSs and the other commanders. We want to give the following instructions. That information on the illicit dens in this region where illicit brews are being brewed, the GAO officers, the commanders, you convene your various security committees on Monday. And within a week, you shut down those brewing dens permanently. And you don't shut them down and go away. You police them to make sure that they will never reopen. And for the avoidance of doubt, the IG has said correctly, he will not transfer an OCS from one region to another, because that is transferring a problem. And IG, we want to commend you for that. So for avoidance of doubt, those OCSs and ACCs who will be unable to close and shut down those illegal breweries and distillers must leave this region, and they must not go to any other region, IG. You know where they should go. They must leave this region, but they must not go to any other region within the Republic, because that is transferring a problem. And if you cannot close down dens within your area, the list is here. You will be given the list. It is clear. There is no discussion. You have enough personnel. You shut down those dens, and we want you to furnish ID with returns of what you have shut, how many people you have arrested, how many you have taken to court, and that exercise indeed in this region must be done in the next 1 week so that we are just left with the 42 manufacturers only for now. But all the illegal entities, that you must wipe out. And there is no discussion because it is clear it's a simple job and you shouldn't allow it to happen. Again, in issues, drugs, there's no discussion. No drug is licensed. So there's no conflict. You cannot blame the county government. No drugs are sold in any shop.